Hi Gemini, welcome to your July 2018 tarot reading. We have a Celtic Cross spread laid out in front of us. That's normally a 10 card spread, but you did get an extra card in the position of the main situation and in the position of your influence on the situation. So let's go through the cards one by one. Oh, and we also have an oracle card that we'll read at the end to tie everything together. But for the main situation, we got two cards. We have the King of Cups and we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is normally a Scorpio card, the King of Cups, the major arcana for Scorpio. And then this here is actually a Virgo card for me, the Nine of Pentacles. Venus is actually going to be moving through Virgo around mid-month into early August. So it could be saying that you're just trying to enjoy some time at home right now. Maybe you're getting in touch with your emotions right now, or given that Scorpio is your sixth house, this could be saying that you're trying to decide possibly if you want to work for yourself. This could be a card about independence. Maybe that's what's going on there. Or maybe you already do work for yourself and someone is extending to you an offer to partner up on a creative project. The cup cards, yeah, they're often about love, but they could also just be about creative projects, intuitive things, so on and so forth. So it's possible that you've been working on your own, someone wants to partner up with you. The reason I say that could be the case is because in the challenger obstacle position, we have the Ace of Cups. So it could be that. It could be that someone's extending you an offer to partner up. Yes, it could certainly be romantically. If it is, it could be a water sign that's extending that offer to you, and maybe you're enjoying being single right now, so that's why it's a challenge to accept the offer. It could be vice versa. It could be that you're feeling this way right now and you're extending an offer to someone who you know is enjoying their single life, and that's why it's a challenge to make the offer, because you know, okay, well, chances are they seem to really be enjoying being single, so it might be tough to extend that offer to them. That's certainly a possibility. As we get further along in the reading, I'll explain why I think it's more likely someone's extending an offer to you, whether it's romantic or, like I said, some kind of creative project. In the foundation, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is actually a Capricorn card, but it's basically the energies of Saturn and Venus coming together, with Venus visiting Saturn. So to me, that kind of symbolizes building something sturdy, long-lasting that you're happy with. So that could be something you're working on financially, obviously, with it being Pentacles, some kind of creative project you're working on that you've been really working hard at. And with those energies playing out that way, like I said, Venus visiting Saturn, that to me says Saturn's going to give you the endurance to follow through with it, while Venus will add that kind of beauty to it and something that you enjoy doing. So that could be what you're working on right now, and that could pair up with that Nine of Pentacles energy as well, saying that you've been enjoying what you've been doing and someone is extending you an offer to partner up in some kind of way, and maybe you're mulling over if you want to do that or not. In the past position, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this could just be saying that you had an offer extended to you recently to start something of a financial nature. Whether you accepted it or not, that could go either way. But to me, these are usually some kind of communications when it comes to the pages. And with it being Pentacles, I think it was some kind of financial communication. Whether you were extending it to someone, saying maybe you were the one who wanted to partner up. Maybe that's what it was. Or maybe someone just made you an offer towards stability. In the current position, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. So this could be saying that you're turning down offers to go to a party on a more simple level. This is saying that you could be having difficulty connecting with old friends. Maybe you were supposed to, let's say. Maybe you were going to travel home for the 4th of July holiday, as a random example, and you weren't able to do so. because usually for me, the Three of Cups, that's a Cancer energy for a starter. So this could be saying, just talking about the first week of July in general, maybe you're declining some kind of party for whatever reason. Maybe you're just not able to make it. Maybe you were supposed to travel and couldn't make it out of town in time, so you had to cancel that plan. Um, but yeah, it could even just be saying that you're not partying right now. Maybe you're more focused on finances, so you're declining any offers to go out and party for the time being. In the near future, we have the Page of Swords, and that's also in reverse. So, again, like I said, pages to me are usually some kind of communication. And with it being the Swords, it could be that you received negative communication, or will receive, rather, since it's in the near future. It could also be saying that you're a message you were expecting to receive, you don't receive with it being in reverse. It could also be saying that you're withdrawing from communicating for the time being, again, if you are focusing on work. Could be because you actually decided to take a trip. The Six of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. It's technically an Aquarius card, but it could just be saying that you're taking some time away. Maybe you've just been very busy with work recently, focusing on that. And while you don't necessarily want to party, you do want to just take some time for yourself. So maybe you're taking a short trip somewhere. That's certainly a possibility. In the position of your influence on the situation, we have two cards here. We have the Hangman, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So these two cards together, this is often my Pisces Major Arcana card. So it could be saying that you're dealing with a Pisces, but to me that's less likely. Just seeing these energies at play, what I think is more likely is that you have multiple options. Again, maybe you're working for yourself, someone extends an offer to you to pair up and partner in some way for some project, or maybe you already have a job that you're happy with and you receive another offer that seems tempting, so you're kind of weighing out what should you do. But with the Seven of Cups here, to me this is a card of often not seeing things clearly. So what the Hangman coming in with that could be saying is to take some time to really think things over. And with the card talking about maybe withdrawing and not going to a party and maybe not communicating as much, that looks like it could very well be the mode that you're in right now. Just taking some time away to figure out what your next move is going to be. Should also point out, with this being in the near future, your ruler, Mercury, is actually going to be going retrograde towards the end of the month, so that could be what this is pointing to as well. Saying that in the near future you could just receive some communication that's confusing. And maybe that's what gets you into this energy where you're not sure you've received the communication properly. You might be a little confused about what exactly the message means, so you take some time to think it over before you make a move. In the position of the environment, we have the Knight of Cups. So this is often my Pisces card, so it could be that you're definitely getting an offer from a Pisces. This is a Scorpio card normally, like I said, but so it could be that you're dealing with a Scorpio and a Pisces. But what's more likely is the Knights can also be seen as communication. Usually it's a little bit higher level than, let's say, the Pages, and also sometimes a much quicker communication. So it could just be saying that it's definitely, if it is an offer being made and we were trying to decide, is it you who's making the offer or someone makes the offer towards you, this at least makes it seem more likely that someone is making an offer to you. And like I said, yes, it could certainly be an offer, a romantic offer, but again, it could just be someone that wants to partner up on a creative project with you. Something simple like that. Doesn't necessarily always have to be romantic love, although that's what people tend to think of when they see the cup cards. Could just be something that you would find emotionally fulfilling in any way, in any area of life. All right, in the hopes or fears position, you got the Queen of Pentacles. So with some of the other cards that came out, like the Page of Pentacles in the past position, and the Three of Pentacles in the foundation position, could just be saying that you're hoping for financial stability. You know, maybe you've really been working at something, and you're just hoping that it's going to pay off for you in the long term. So that's what you're just hoping for, focusing on. Capricorn is your 8th house, and Saturn's there right now. So it could just be saying you're feeling some difficulties with that area of your life, which could be inheritances, just dealing with other people's money in general. Maybe you're hoping to get a loan approval if you are going into business for yourself. Maybe that's what you were waiting on, and then you do get an offer saying that yes, they would approve your money for your project. That could be certainly the case. And in the outcome position, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is actually a Taurus card. So let's see, that's your 12th house. And with the Pisces energy here, it could be saying that you are working on some type of creative project. That could certainly be related to 12th house stuff. And maybe you're just wondering, maybe it's not paying off at the pace you thought it would. Or again, with you in this energy, maybe you're trying to figure out if you should do something like that. Because we do have 2 sevens on the table. So it could be saying that you have a more traditional job right now and you're really weighing over, is it paying off in the way you would like? I mean, if you look at the person's face, they don't exactly look like they're enjoying themselves. And I sometimes view this as a comparison card too when I look at this person. Like, let's say that these 6 pentacles are what someone else has, and then they're looking at just their one, and they're like, well, I don't get it. I feel like I've been working just as hard, yet everyone around me has this many, and I only have this one. You know, so that could certainly be the case. So you could just be feeling like you're lacking. It could also be saying that you need to take a break. With the 6 of Swords there, the Hangman, the 7 of Cups, that could be what it's saying too, especially with your ruler about to go backwards towards the end of the month. That could be all it's saying. Just buy some time for yourself. Not necessarily abandon any projects if you're working on something new, but maybe just take a little break from it. You know, maybe you just need to step back, look at things from a different perspective, which is what the Hangman card would point to, and figure out what your next step is going to be. Let's see if the Oracle card can shed some additional light on that. So the card we got was Go to Distance, and that's number 47, if in case that number has any significance for any of you. And we'll just take a look at the artwork before we read the message. All right, let me get the book. This card actually came up for a couple other signs too, so you could check your moon and rising sign to see if maybe those messages resonate with you as well. But it says, essential meanings: endurance, strength, the long haul. The Oracle's message: to bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. So maybe that's what it is. You know, maybe you were starting something and your hope for it was the 9 of Pentacles, let's say, where you're enjoying working for yourself and everything's just flowing naturally. And in the reality, you're not necessarily feeling that right now. So you're wondering if you should abandon it or not. And maybe that's where this Hangman energy and 7 of Cups energy is. You're trying to think over what your next move should be. That's a possibility. And this is saying you have the endurance. And again, the 7 of Pentacles can point to that as far as saying right now you might just be looking at that one pentacle and looking back on how much work it took you to get that 6. But it's just saying, you just stick with it. You'll continue to see growth even if it's not happening as quickly as you would hope. All right, and for those of you if this resonated more on a relationship level, because like we said, it could be you making an offer to someone or someone making an offer to you. With the Knight of Cups there, that seems to be the more likely scenario, but it could go either way. It says you either are in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played, but that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen to your heart. Isn't it magnificent? So I can see that message playing out as well, as far as, let's say this is someone making you an offer, and then you start building to make it something stable. There's certainly nothing to say that can't take place. I mean, this does say here, I would say that just take some time. Try to look at things from a different perspective. That's another message of the Hangman. Obviously, you see he's upside down, but then you see the light around him, which is saying that they're enlightened. So maybe just taking that time to think about things will help you see it more clearly. But, this is saying that this is something, whether you could already be in a relationship and it's actually more stable and long lasting than you think it would be, or it's saying you could work on building that. So that could be what's going on. And for those of you this resonated more on a financial level, there's a prosperity message. It says your most precious dreams are not about instant gratification, but enduring prosperity. This is a time to think long term and engage in continued action. You will experience momentum building as you translate the ebb and flow into slow and steady movement forward. Your efforts, ideas, and hard work now can lead to greater riches than you can imagine. Stoke the fire so that an uninterrupted stream of energy is available to support you in all the phases of manifestation. Be assured that you're in the right place right now. So, like we said, with the Page of Swords coming up in the near future, it could just be saying that with your ruler going backwards towards the end of the month, maybe that has you feeling a little out of sorts and feeling like things aren't moving at the speed you would like them to. And with these cards, along with this card, this could be saying if that's the case, you could just take a break. Maybe take a long weekend, just take a short trip somewhere, clear your head, and then get back to work, saying that, hey, yeah, right now you might, like, let's say you're looking at someone else who does what you do, and you're like, oh, they have this much, and I only have this much. It's just saying, yeah, maybe you might feel like it would take you forever to get there, but you can build momentum. You just have to stick to it. So, the card messages go the distance, so think it over, definitely. Maybe it won't be the right path for you, but the cards here are saying if you're feeling hesitant to accept an offer or hesitant to continue something that you recently started, at the very least, give it some extra time before you make a decision. With Mercury coming up in retrograde, that would be a bad time to end anything anyway, because usually you end up having to revisit it at some point. So, if anything, that's more reason to just take a break, clear your head, think about what you want to do next. All right. We'll wrap up there. I'll see you all next month. Bye.